Now, the star of the show, of what I'm really playing around with right now, is this Corrupted Sorrow. This is my new favorite weapon. This weapon is crazy. And one of those things where everyone is saying not to use the Corrupted Nebula. I'm like, okay, fine. At first, I was like, yeah, sure. You know, fingers crossed behind my back. But it does seem like it's bugged and it's not really working right. And it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I guess people are right. Maybe don't showcase it in its current state. Wait till they fixed it, or eventually nerf it, and then we'll see. I've switched to the Corrupted Sorrow, as mentioned, and I like this weapon a lot. So this is really my main weapon, and then my Corrupted Merciless at the moment is more of the support thing. Oh, hello, sir. Oh, you're upset with me. Okay. Now, reason number one why I like the Corrupted Sorrow so much is the mod. The mod is pretty nuts. And if you pair that with the Archon, where you can get the mod back much quicker, and feedback, which actually, hold on, do I have? No, I don't have feedback on at the moment. But if you throw feedback on there, you get it that much faster. I actually think this can now contend, might be the best weapon in the game. Is that a hot take? I guess most would still say the Corrupted Savior should take that mantle, but given that not everybody has access to or can go and just get a new savior, this one's a lot easier to manage to get. All you gotta do is run around, I think on Yisha, right? Yeah, you get this on Yisha. You just gotta go see the sexy blue lady and give her the tier of Kayula, and you'll have a Sorrow. That'd be very nice if we can see some aberrations. Speaking of which, that was something that people were kind of complaining about a little bit in the Reddits, on these Reddit streets. They were saying that basically, what was it, 6 days, 5 days, something like that? They were saying that that's not enough for these aberration events, especially with how hard it is to get these things to spawn and how important the corrupted shards are. Shit, yeah, people are saying that the aberration event is not long enough. And as someone that works full-time, like I work a full-time job, I really stream and do the gaming thing. This is like a part-time kind of thing for me, even though, I mean, it can be demanding in terms of time is concerned. But yeah, I don't have all the time in the world during the week to farm and play these games. So I felt people. There were people that, and then there was kind of like the surprise nature of it, where it's not even like we kind of had a heads up. It was like that day, I think it was a Thursday, it was like, hey, I have an event going through the weekend and it's gonna end on Tuesday. So it was like, oh shit. Again, all lovely stuff, great stuff, but it would have been good to have a heads up so people can kind of prepare a little bit better for it. I did see a good suggestion that I would echo this sentiment. They were saying that what they should do, like the aberration events are cool and all, but it'd be cool if we had a consumable that we could take that would increase the spawn chances of said aberrations. And just like the other consumables, it could be for an hour. Still good, even if you sit at a World Stone, that kind of thing. I actually like that idea. I think that's a good idea. And if you're an alchemist or otherwise have one of those rings that can extend the duration of the consumables, then you could get it for a little bit longer. That way, even if you miss out on an event like this, you're like, okay, no problem. I could still get my corrupted shards a different way. Because it's not like there aren't a whole bunch of corrupted weapons now. Like if it was just 1 or 2 corrupted weapons, 3 or 4, maybe even 5, it's like, all right, I guess I'll get around to it. But what is there, like 8, 9, 10 corrupted weapons now? There's a bunch of them. Maybe it's not 10, but it's enough where that's a lot of corrupted shards. Like even if that's just 8, that's 80 corrupted shards, and you only get 1 per aberration. It's not like each aberration is giving you 3 or 4 and you can multiply that way. Nope, you get 1 per. So yeah, I would actually recommend that if anyone's listening. Shit, yeah, give us more ways, viable ways to get the corrupted shards, because otherwise you really have to be running on apocalypse mode. Like I think they have the best spawn rates, the higher the difficulty, that sort of thing. But that's the thing, I run around mostly on apocalypse, and I would still say, yeah, you might get 1 or 2 aberrations per run, well, depending on what's going on. Like if this event isn't going on, and me running around this whole time, I might see 2 aberrations, maybe. And then you have to, you have to obviously kill that aberration. It's not just seeing them. You got to make good on those opportunities. That's a long way of saying I hope I run into some aberrations today. Yeah, energized net coil. I'm gonna play around with this some more because yeah, it's all right. The only thing is like, damn, if only I could have this and the detonation trigger on at the same time. Shoot, that's another idea. Stealing a little bit from the Division 2 with the Ninja Bike, or the Division also with the Ninja Bike backpack, where you have a way of combining different skills and different abilities and that sort of thing. Different classes. I think it would be dope if there was some ring or some way where I could combine the benefits of 2 different amulets or something like that. Because, as you know, you can only have 1 amulet on at a time, but sometimes there's a couple of amulets, and I'm like, damn. I hate having to pick one or the other. But yeah, if you miss the event, there's really no way around it. Like, I had a friend that I'm pretty sure he didn't get a chance to participate in the event too much. And by the time he did, it was kind of like, wait, what am I doing? Where? And I don't think he did too much. Because you basically just had that weekend. And then if you work during the week, then, yeah, it was over by that Tuesday. And then you said, yeah, I only corrupted 2 or 3 weapons. Yeah, see, you know what I'm talking about. It's not easy, especially if you don't have... Like, if you have all day long to do this, then I suppose, yeah, sure, have at it. But some of us only have an hour or 2 to play per evening, after we've attended to our families and done that whole thing. You do need to eat. Otherwise, just live your life, That's the thing about some of these games. I don't think some of these games really respect your time like that. They don't give a fuck what else you have to do. Like, what do you mean you need to sleep? So what? You need to put in a full 8 hours of dedicated work if you want what we got. And you said, before the event, I used to get most of my aberrations on the route. Now, I can say that, now, it's not 100%, but if you were really looking for aberrations, Narude, ideally, I want to say the Seeker's Rest map, and then I believe that opens you up on the Phantom Wastelands. I think that's the one, not the Abyssal Rift, the Phantom Wastelands. If you run around over there, like, but by the time you get from the one World Stone to the next one, where you go talk to the Custodian, there's a decent spawn rate of aberrations over there. Where I've actually done that a little bit, where I just ran around over there for a while until I saw 1 or 2 aberrations. It's still not guaranteed, and it's still gonna take a while.